stream is for connecting with Lady Nada and the 6 ray energy. So the 6 ray, if you can't tell by the colours that I'm wearing, the 6 ray is silver blue. So this is beautiful sort of mystical energy. I'll be pulling a few cards from the Rebecca Campbell's Rose Oracle, and I have the Ascended Master Oracle. 7 rays. This is kind of theosophy. So it's to do with spirituality, and it was introduced by Helena Blavatsky in the early 1900s. So this is to do with spiritual matters. So this is kind of to help people introduce themselves with Lady Nada and her energy. I've not worked massively with her myself, although I feel like I have been connecting with her on an unconscious level. So today we're all going to connect with Lady Nada, and we're going to see what guidance comes through. And hello Hender 2. So Hender 2 says en Espanol. So sorry, I'm only speaking in Anglais, in English at the moment. Although if you do look on the captions, you should hopefully, if you're not able to understand me now, look back on the video when it's uploaded and there will be subtitles. Okay. So let's quickly dive into this. So I've brought with me to help attune to these energies. We've got silver blue sort of rainbow energies. So I've brought with me an organite pyramid that I've made. So this has a galaxy rose. Roses are representative of Lady Nada, as she was a priestess in Atlantis in the Temple of Love. Also, that is what the rumors say. So everyone take that with a grain of salt. Everyone's welcome to believe what they want. So what are you doing, says Mahar. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be tuning into some spiritual energies so we can have an activation from Lady Nada. So Lady Nada is a ascended master. So an ascended master, if you think of Buddha is a good example, or the Christed energy. If you think of those enlightened, very enlightened beings, those are what we call ascended masters. So they come from all different backgrounds and from different religious beliefs systems. But the ascended master who is connected most strongly with this blue silver ray, the 6th ray, that is Lady Nada. But Lady Nada is also connected with the 3rd ray as well. I believe that is the first ray that she was introduced into when she was in Atlantis. But I believe as time has progressed over the hundreds of years or thousands of years, she has now became her own authority in the 7 rays, and she is the ruler on the 6th ray, which is the silver blue ray. So I know it may sound a bit confusing. So Mehar, he says, I am Hindu from India. That is cool to hear. I do love Hindu beliefs as well. I have a Om Namah Shivaya. I have that in a bracelet, and I do have the Om symbol as a tattoo as well. You probably can't see it from over here, but if you check out one of my other videos, I did show my tattoo. You'll probably be able to see it in some pics somewhere on my social media if you're interested. But yeah, I'm very interested in Hindu beliefs as pagans like myself. We do connect with Hindu the Hindu pantheon, because they do match and they do assimilate well with our own beliefs, basically. So and Erin is from Turkey, Merhaba, Turkey. So welcome. I'm glad you can all tune in. So this is all right. I will pull a card. So actually, I've got some pictures that I wanted to show you of Lady Nada. So the pictures that I show you will help to introduce you what kind of energy you'll be able to see. Like if you look at these images, you'll be able to see what kind of energy we're tuning into today. Okay, if I can get to the images. Okay, so please just bear with me one moment. But as I'm getting those images, I'm going to pull a card. So I'm asking Spirit to come forward, asking Lady Nada to please give us some guidance through these cards. Thank you. Okay. So that is the ping of the photos coming through as I've sent them to myself. So I'll grab those photos. Oh, all right. So this is interesting. So at the bottom of the deck, wow, that is really interesting. So I'll show you the image and I'll read you what it says. Okay. So it says, after the rain. That is a very beautiful image. Wow. It looks very sensual as well. So it says, after the rain, it says, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. Okay, so that is interesting, as Lady Nada's energy is all to do with, like, compassion, showing compassion to each other. Okay, so after the rain, so it feels like there's an emphasis there on, like, facing some form of a storm. So that is an interesting card. And that was literally at the bottom of the deck when I was just shuffling the cards. So let's actually pull a card from this deck. All right. And I'll show you some images of Lady Nada. So if you've looked at the thumbnail, actually you probably won't be able to see the thumbnail as it's not uploaded yet, but when you do look back at the thumbnail, you'll see this image. So this is an image. All right, can you see that properly? So that is an image of Lady Nada. So, and that is another image of Lady Nada. So these all come from different oracle decks. So Lady Nada, as you can see from the images, like how people have expressed the artwork of her, she comes across as a very loving and graceful being of light, an ascended master. Okay, so that's Lady Nada and Prudence, it says, and that's another image. And that'll be the last one I'll show you now. Get on with it. Moving on. Okay. So, Lady Nada. So, before I go further on about the guidance which I'm picking up, I just want to explain a bit more about the 7 rays. So the 7 rays is basically, the 7 rays is just light. It's primordial light. So that is like, if you think of the Big Bang, for instance, the Big Bang, in that scientific theory, everything, all of the matter in the universe, suddenly took on a form, but all of the components were, and materials, they were already there, as far as I know. so that is, if you think of that theory, and then if you think of light, when you shine a light through a crystal, like so, if you shine light through a crystal, then the light refracts or reflects through the crystal, and it creates a rainbow. So you'll see this when you look at sun catchers. So sun catchers are so pretty, but if you look at a sun catcher, you will see the rainbow which the crystal casts from the reflected light. Okay, so this is where the 7 rays come from. So from the primordial light, which is just like spirit or source, the universe, that is the one energy which was there at the beginning, which shines through and then splits off into 7 different rays, which are the 7 rays. So basically everything in existence is connected with the 7 rays. So that is all people, all beings, all things has a connection with the 7 rays. And it's useful, so if you're aware of how you connect with the 7 rays, if you think about what kind of person you are and what kind of life you want to live. So I've dropped a card, so I feel like this is a message for us. The Mystic Rose. Wow, that is amazing. So this is the card which has come out, and this is a perfect card for Lady Nada's energy. So Lady Nada is really coming through strong. Okay, so that card, it says on it, the Mystic Rose. So Lady Nada is from the Temple of the Rose, although it's probably not too surprising as I'm using the Rose Oracle. However, the main messages from this card is compassion. So Lady Nada is all about compassion and devotion. That is it's kind of the tagline, or the main point when it comes to the 6th ray. The main point of the 6th ray is all about devotion. So this is what this card is showing to us. This is what the card is shouting at us. Devotion, devotion, devotion. So that is the message of the 6th ray. So humility, humanity, and grace. So these are all qualities which come from Lady Nada. So that is amazing. that card literally jumped out of the deck at us. Okay. Also in this other deck, there is an image of Lady Nada, but I've not actually grabbed that out yet. Oh, there she was, like 3 cards at the bottom of the deck. That is amazing. So Lady Nada, that is an image of Lady Nada. Okay. So I hope everyone can see me properly. Oh, that's a lot better. I can see now that I can see the screen properly. So yeah, that is an image of Lady Nada from the Doreen Virtue Ascended Master Oracle. So interestingly, this card in this Oracle deck represents mother's, wife, sister, daughter. So it represents the females in all of our lives. However, Lady Nada, her speciality, I can't even say it, speciality, and her proper signature and her core beliefs is her love and compassion for her siblings. So that is her brothers, sisters, and essentially we're all brothers and sisters when it comes down to it. Brothers and sisters of the universe, in the universe. So we're all one big giant family. But her special message is unity and showing grace and love and compassion to our siblings. Okay, so that is Lady Nada. Okay. So I've wrote down a few notes here, and I've also gathered a few crystals. So I have here my Atlantis wand. So it has a Brazilian quartz on the end, clear quartz, and Lemurian quartz on the other end. And in the middle it has sapphire, larimar, and crystal, and blue kyanite. So these are all very energetic, and they are very attuned to the 6th ray, silver blue ray, because they're the colours basically in the stones. So I've grabbed some other stones which I believe would be helpful. So if you're able to source any of these stones, if you have any in your own collection. All right, so that's why I don't usually go full screen, because then I won't be able to see if anyone's leaving a comment. Okay, so this is blue lace agate. So just move down the screen. So yeah, that's perfect. So that's blue lace agate. So that is another gemstone which is useful if you want to tap into the silver blue ray. There's a bit of opal here. So this is Ethiopian opal. So I don't know if it's probably only a small piece, so I'm not sure how well you can see it. And there's a piece of turquoise here. So turquoise is kind of greeny blue depending on what kind of turquoise you've got. But this one is very green. But again, that taps into the same sort of vibe. And I was at the beginning of this video when I was I'd literally, as I was walking into this room to start this live stream, I saw the pyramid and the colours really captured me. And the opalites, I decided when I made this pyramid a while ago, I was drawn to put opalite inside the crystal, and it has some more agate. So it's like got a blue-green agate in there as well. So I've brought these pyramids in, and this also has some aura quartz in there, the galaxy rose, it's got some angelite, that would be another perfect one. Celestite would be another perfect stone. It's even got an atlantisite in here, and labradorite. So these are all perfect stones for tapping into this energy. So if you bear with me, we will tap into this Atlantean energy. We'll tap into Lady Nada's energy to have a spiritual activation for our light codes. And okay. That's what I wanted to find. So just have a quick look in here for there's a Poseidon card which is very fitting. So it's the same sort of energy. So that's one Poseidon card, but that's not the one that I'm looking for. Sorry, probably didn't see that was very fast. So that's one of the Poseidon cards. Hecate's there. I really love this oracle. I'm gonna have to read with it again very soon. But I'm just looking for this one card because it has the perfect message, which really ties into Lady Nada. There it is. The unknown, it says. But so this is the Poseidon card, and it's all to do with the unknown. And if you think about it, it's like the sea. The sea is such a vast thing. If you think of like what creatures are living at the very depths of the sea, we can't even fathom which creatures are there, because no, it's literally impossible to like get to the very depths of the sea, because the sea rather is such a deep and vast, and it's literally unknowable. Like nobody can experience all of the sea's secrets, and this is why the energy and the mysterious element is there. Okay, so I'm gonna just read what it says about this card, because I'm feeling, wow, I literally opened right to the page, no lying. So number 17, so it says the unknown. And the message is: the sea symbolises crossing the threshold of the unknown. New land and new adventures lie beyond, but first we must surrender ourselves to the all-consuming vastness of life. At the edge of the sea we experience a sense of awe. See, it's that sense of awe as well. A seemingly unending space exists before us, with the power to either take us to somewhere new or swallow us whole. Ancient in origin, with surfaces that hide strange and unfamiliar worlds, the ocean humbles us with its giant presence. So there's that humbling element there as well. This is a time for you to cross a threshold into the unknown, as all the foundations which have held you until now are crumbling into this oceanic space through which you must sail in order to reach a shore. This may be a frightening, exciting or overwhelming period where nothing seems certain and the future is unclear, but this space must be crossed in order to reach new land. And remember that no matter how unsettling your journey may be, new land is surely inevitable. So that is the message of that card. So it's just the image. The image is so powerful. Again, and that's interesting actually, that I was drawn to pull out this card, because Lady Nada is a priestess from Atlantis. So she's a priestess or high priestess from Atlantis, one of the two. But Poseidon, he is literally the ruler of Atlantis. He's the main energy there. So Atlantean energy. So we're going to call in all of these energies. Okay, please just bear with me. And also, earlier I was pondering. So I was pondering. I really like this pen. So I was pondering about some songs, because I heard a couple of songs today and they was really preparing me for this video, for this live stream, and for the energy and the giving me a connection, strengthening the connection with Lady Nada. And the song that I was hearing was the "You Are Not Alone." You're not alone. Surely it's time to be with me. So I'm gonna look for those lyrics, because I feel those lyrics in that song is so relevant. There's like that, there's that compassionate energy there, and there's the emphasis on the connection and love and holding space. Holding space is the important thing here. So holding space for those that we love. This is what Lady Nada is teaching to us. So if you bear with me just one moment, I'm just going to find those lyrics. So if you want to have a listen to the song later on, it's by an artist called Olive, and the song is You Are Not Alone. And interestingly enough, Michael Jackson's song You're Not Alone, You Are Not Alone, that also would work because it's the same sort of energy in there and in those lyrics. Okay, lyrics, Olive. Hopefully I find it quick. Alright, so yep, this is the lyrics. So it says, you're not alone, I'll wait till the end of time, open your mind, surely it's plain to see, you're not alone, I'll wait till the end of time for you, open your mind, surely there's time to be with me. So it is a distance that makes life a little hard, two minds that once were close, now so many miles apart. I will not falter though, I'll hold on till you're home, safely back where you belong, and see how our love has grown. And verse 1, I kind of missed that. So in a way it's all a matter of time, I will not worry for you, you'll be just fine. Take my thoughts with you, and when you look behind, you'll surely see a face that you recognise. Okay, so those was just some lyrics which I heard, but you kind of need to hear the song. If you actually listen to the song, you will get the energy, you will feel that connection there. There's that Lady Nada energy there, that compassionate energy, that love, that. And the another important thing about the sixth ray and this Lady Nada energy, it's all to do with serving. So the people who belong within the sixth ray, that these are people who are putting other people first all the time. These are selfless people. They're people who are serving the communities, they're serving other people. So these are people who are like businessmen and women may fit into this category. There is missionaries, there's healers, teachers, therapists, farmers. So it's all to do with sacred labour. So people who are gracefully and selflessly going through this thing that we call sacred labour. They're working so hard and they do it out of love. Okay, so this is that kind of energy. So those sorts of people, they really resonate with the sixth ray and the blue silver ray. Okay, so it's all about serving and being a servant of the universe to bring love to other people and love and joy and all of the rest. Okay, so I'm going to pull some more cards from the Rose Oracle. Alright, these are a bit mixed up. Alright. I don't know how that's happened. Alright, let's just sort these out. They're all over the place. Don't know how this has happened. Alright, yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so just give these a quick shuffle and see which card pops through. Okay. So I'm just asking Lady Nada, please come through for us. Please give us some messages. The Breathing Rose was the top card which just jumped out. There's a lot of cards jumping out today that literally don't want to wait. That it's kind of impatient. They just keep on jumping out. But okay, so it says the Breathing Rose is the card. The Breathing Rose. So it says the emphasis here is to do with heart healing, emotions, connection. There's that special word. Time eases. Interesting. All right, so I want to have a quick look at the message in the book for some of these cards. So I'll have a look for the first one, because that was the perfect card. The Mystic Rose Composites. The Mystic Rose. But these cards are really perfect if you're wanting to work with this energy. If you feel really drawn to it, if you feel as if you fit within this ray. And the important thing to know about the 7 rays is that there is the other colours and the other rays do exist within each of the 7 rays. So there may be elements of this ray in the other rays. So no one's completely and totally and utterly just one of the 7 rays. It's just we resonate more strongly with one or the other, but they all exist. There's different elements of each of the others within our own ray. So that is the important thing to remember. So it's Mystic Rose. Alright, cut. Ah, there it is. So it says it's page 96. Okay, so it says here, it says the rose was a symbol of the goddesses of old, so it's no wonder that when Christianity absorbed large parts of the indigenous Celtic traditions in Europe, the mother goddess Mary became associated with the rose. Perhaps the reason Mary is so beloved is because she was the only mother goddess who could be worshipped safely at that time, and as such carries with her the devotion and yearning of all those who long to worship the goddess in a feminine form. Mary's connection with the rose is seen in some of her titles, including Rosa Mystica. That's an interesting name for her. I've not heard that one before. And it says, and the rose without thorns. Like those of the pagan goddesses before her, the processions that honoured Mary involved walking on rose petals. The church altered the stories of the goddesses past, including those that featured roses, such as Aphrodite turning the white rose red with her blood, putting Mary in the goddess's place. Churches were erected all over Europe and beyond, in many cases on the site of Celtic temples and places of goddess worship. Many had beautiful rose windows in the west, the direction of the feminine, in dedication to Mary, Mother of the Rose. This is a card of compassion, devotion and grace. It encourages us to soften toward humanity and to endeavour to see the world and even those who have hurt us with understanding and an open heart and deep humility, to see that we all carry hurt and are wounded. We have all experienced severing. Mother Mary is inviting you to open your heart to humanity when you most want to close. So the soul inquiry within this card, it says, how are you being called to show compassion today? So I feel like that is the most important message within there. So when you have a moment, so if you're busy now, then maybe now's not a great time to really sit and meditate on that question. How can I show compassion today, was it? But when you have a moment, if you are able to reflect on that question now, then just sit with it for a moment and think about, how can I show compassion today? What ways, or what ways have I shown compassion today? Whichever way you want to put the question. Okay, So I've written also a few crystals which connect with Lady Nada. So Lady Nada, she exists. She has connections to two of the 7 rays. One being the 3rd ray, but her main connection is to the 6th ray, where she's the ruler. As she doesn't rule the 3rd ray, but she does have a strong connection to it. Okay. So this video is mainly focusing on the 6th ray. And as last time when I was talking about the 7 rays, I was talking about the 7th ray, which is the violet ray. Okay. So the other crystals or gemstones that you can use are rhodochrosite, silver aventurine, celestite, rainbow moonstone, larimar, even fire opal. Like, if you can get a beautiful, you probably can't see it very well, but if you can get a beautiful blue fire opal like my one. So there's rainbow moonstone, larimar, blue lacergate, labradorite, turquoise. So these are some of the stones. So if your intuition is telling you to use a different stone to connect with it, then always follow your own intuition. But if you're at a loss and you want a gemstone to help to build a connection with this energy, then you could try one of these gemstones if you're able to source one of these crystals or gemstones, if you have it already or if you're able to get it easily. So those gemstones are useful. Okay, so Lady Nada, her important messages are all about divine love, devotion, and divine justice. So these are ways in which she rules the 6th ray. So as a Chohan, which is a ruler of one of the 7 rays, so as a Chohan, she has many incarnations, so it's all to do with reincarnation. So she'll be born on the earth again and again and again throughout history. So if you look back a couple of times, the Theosophical Society, or Theosophy rather, Helena Blavatsky, I can't even say that name, it's a bit difficult, but Helena Blavatsky, she's the one who first discovered this information about the Ascended Masters. So she's the one who introduced Ascended Masters and the 7 rays. But yeah, so that is something else to be aware of, that these Ascended Masters, these Chohans and rulers of the rays, they have various incarnations upon the earth, and they come back again and again and again in different human forms, but it's always the same sort of soul energy within. So the reason that they come back is just because they're literally holding torches, or they're trying to resonate this light, and they trying to remind people about these energies and the messages and ways of living. So they remind people to tune into these frequencies and these vibes and these emotions and ways of being. So this is why they reincarnate and they come back and again, and they then flood the earth with their messages of love and light. Okay, so that is Lady Nada. So I'm gonna shuffle these Ascended Masters cards, and I'm going to then see which other Ascended Master pops up with a message for us. I wonder, it'd be quite interesting to see which other Ascended Master has some form of connection or affinity, or just an important message for us. Again, a card jumping right out. Wow, that is amazing. So it's not specifically on the six ray sort of energy, but what is interesting is these ascended masters do have a connection and do work together, as I believe it says open your heart to love. So that is the same message which Lady Nada is kind of giving us, even though she's on a different ray. But as I said, all of the rays, they are connected and they exist within each other. So open your heart to love, and the Ascended Master is Jesus. Okay. So that is very interesting, as I believe, I'm pretty sure, he exists within the third ray. So I also have, there's a book here. So it's Lords of the Seven Rays, Mirror of something or other. Oh, actually, I hope I didn't lose my page. All right, so this is page 138. Okay. So Lords of the Seven Rays. So I'll show you the picture, so you probably can find it on Kindle, as I've got my Kindle here. Lords of the Seven Rays. So there's a few books which are useful. So it says Mark L. Prophet and Elizabeth Clare Prophet, Mirror of Consciousness. Okay, so let me go back to the page that I was on, as there's some interesting messages here about Lady Nada. Okay, so it says, on Atlantis, Lady Nada served as a priestess in the Temple of Love. The etheric counterpart of this temple, which is designed after the pattern of a rose, is centered above New Bedford machetes. Each petal is a room, and in the center there burns the flame of divine love, tended by brothers and sisters of the third ray for the healing of Earth's evolutions by love, which Jesus says is the fulfilling of the law of karma. In other embodiments, Lady Nada took up a vocation of law and became an expert in the defense of souls oppressed by spoilers in the earth. Okay. So there was a bit here that I wanted to really read. So it says, in her final incarnation, 2,700 years ago, Lady Nada was the youngest of a large family of exceptionally gifted children. The beloved angel Charity appeared to her at a very early age and taught her how to draw God's love from the flame in her heart and to radiate it into the nature kingdom for the blessing of life. The Archia of the third ray also taught Nada to expand her threefold flame for the quickening of the chakras of her brothers and sisters, that by a heightened inner awareness they might bless the people and uplift the culture of the Divine Mother on earth through the arts. So it says, in a dictation, Lady Nada told her story. So this is a message from Lady Nada. As I was embodied in a large family of many brothers and sisters of great talent, I saw how each one in pursuing his career needed love and ministration and the keeping of the flame of the sacred fire in order to be successful. And thus, although the choice was given to me to pursue my own career, unbeknownst to my brothers and sisters, I quietly kept the flame in deep meditation and prayer, as well as outer helpfulness, by way of contacting the great spheres, the causal body of their divine plan, and in accelerating through the mighty archangels, Chamuel and Charity, in the understanding that the adversaries of love are many, and that love is full power of creativity, and that the success of the career son or daughter of God depends upon the defeat of love's adversary. Point, counterpoint. And she goes on to say, so I'll skip a bit further ahead. So she goes on to say, I can assure you that at the conclusion of my incarnation, when I saw the victory of each one of my brothers and sisters, the fullness of my joy was in a heart of love expanded, keeping the flame, and knowing that I was needed, that I was essential to their victory. Okay, so this is, it kind of mirrors like the story of Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin was a deity or an ascended master who was offered Buddhahood. So she could have been, as Buddha is, a fully enlightened being, and she earned it, but she didn't choose to fully ascend to Buddhahood and become separated onto a different plane of existence, because she wanted to stay behind on Earth so that she could help everyone else reach Buddhahood as well. So that was her own gracefulness and compassion. So there is a similar message here. So Lady Nada, rather than pursuing her own careers, pursuing her own wants and needs, she kind of fueled and sent love and light and energy and put that behind her own family, her brothers and her sisters. So rather than focusing on herself, she focused on them and gave love and compassion and grace to them. In much the same way that Kuan Yin, rather than focusing on herself and becoming a fully Buddha, fully Buddhahood. It sounds strange saying that, but rather than just focusing on herself and just choosing the easy road, I'm hearing, rather than choosing the easy road, she's like holding space for everyone else. This is the same sort of message that Lady Nada brings. It's the same message which Kuan Yin would offer as well. It's holding space for each other and supporting each other, offering so much compassion and grace. And gracefulness is all about like offering love and support to people who don't necessarily deserve it 100%, because they may not be doing absolutely anything to help you, or they may not care about you in any way, but the fact that you're being graceful is that you're still offering them love and support. So it kind of sounds like a toxic relationship in a way, because you're kind of putting in love and energy, but in this way where it's kind of like transmuting the negativity. They always say to, when there's a negative person, to send them love, send them light. They say that. So it's kind of like, just rather than fighting fire with fire, fight apathy, greed and cruelty. Fight it with love and grace. So that is kind of the message of Lady Nada. Okay, so I'm going to pull another one from the Rose Oracle deck, and I'm gonna then grab an angel card from behind me. I feel like I want one of those. Let's bring in an angel card, in angel energy. So the obvious angel was Archangel Chamuel. So we'll see what card comes through. It may be a different angel who comes through. But Archangel Chamuel, I believe he's the angel who, or he or she, I'm not sure of what their gender is, if any angels even have genders. Okay. I'm just going to pick a card at random. For some reason, these are all not facing the proper way, but... Okay, so we have this card. So this is another energy, which is giving us a message of hope and renewal. So it says morning dew. So it's all about focusing on creating a fresh start, bringing in clarity and having a positive outlook, like from the very beginning of the day. So just always starting the day in the right frame of mind. So basically always just starting from a place of grace. This reminds me of it reminds me of like the Reiki principles. They say, just for today I shall not anger, I shall do my work honestly, yada yada yada. Although there is another one, it's like a mantra, I believe. A Sadhguru, I believe, is where I heard it, was today. So starting the day by kind of saying some affirmations like, today may I bring love, joy, peace, grace and happiness wherever I go. So starting every day just by setting those intentions and speaking it into existence first thing every day. So I'll say that again. Today, wherever I go, may I bring love, joy, peace and grace to all who I come across. So that is a very simple mantra, and it just makes you like, it really sets your energy, and it makes sure you fine-tuned to start the day in a positive way and to attract positive stuff to yourself, good things, attracting the good things to yourself throughout the day. And when you're met by any negativity, then you're not then falling into negativity, you're then showing grace, and or if need be, you're removing yourself from that situation. But that is a perfect message to do with the sixth ray. So let's have a look at the Angel Tarot quickly. So I'm conscious that this has been quite a long stream, so and I've not even done the activation. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I was getting so into this. Oh, and here we have an angel jumping out at us. Interesting. So this is the angel card that we have. So it says Umabel, and this angel's message, or their name, translates to as God above all names elevated. So it says affinity and friendship. Obtain the friendship of anyone. So again, this is to do with connection, which is quite magical and interesting. So it's like making those connections with people and seeing how you can serve them, seeing how you can make someone else's day better, seeing what compassion you have for the people who are around you, the people who are in your life. What compassion can you give? What more can you give? And when I say what more can you give, I'm not talking about physical things. Like, I'm just... It's just tokens of friendship and love and kinship. So the important message here is showing an affinity and friendship and curating, that's a posh word, but building a friendship and building rapport in relationships with other people, and always making sure that you're coming from the heart center, so that all of your decisions are being guided from the heart. So always tuning in, sitting in the heart center before you react to something negative which someone said to you. So these are all important messages. So I'm gonna grab one more angel card. Let's see if I can shuffle them properly without just relying on them jumping out. So angels, ascended masters, guides, our higher self. I call upon your higher self, my higher self. Please come through with guidance. Our star family, the ascended masters, Lady Nada. What final guidance have you got for us on this? Whew. So this is the card that we have. It's an interesting name. So these are all like sort of ancient angelic names. So it says Iazal, God who rejoices. That's what the name translates to, God who rejoices. So this angel represents divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. So that's interesting. So as well as holding space for other people, it also like calling upon angelic protection for people who you believe may need it. So if you believe your loved ones, if you believe your loved ones in a particular negative situation, fair enough. If there is mundane things that you can do, like if you need to call for any physical assistance, then do that. Call the physical assistance, call for whatever help is needed, but at the same time also calling upon the angels and asking for them to give protection to your loved ones and to give them what it is they need to get them out of whatever difficult situation they're in. Okay, so that is the angels. So next I'm going to grab the pyramid, and I've got the crystal wand, and lastly I'm just going to end with an activation. Taking a moment to mull over everything which you've heard me say today, and just thinking about how you can live a more compassionate life, how you resonate, how you connect with Lady Nada and the sixth ray. Okay. 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 So some background music. So just everybody please get comfortable. Get comfortable as I'm going to call upon Lady Nada and the Ascended Masters to give us an appropriate activation for each of our individual paths that we're on from the silver blue ray. Okay, actually, before I do start, I'm just going to do a couple of chimes. Just click some chimes to clear the energy, both around us and within us. 3 magical chimes. So just absorb the sounds, the healing sounds. Okay. So at this point you can put your hand over your heart if you're comfortable doing so. And just focus on being coherent, being present in this moment that we're in now. Ponder the oneness of all things. Ponder the fact that when we hurt another person, we hurt ourselves. Ponder the fact that when we give to another, we give to ourselves. Ponder that there is no separation. And call upon the emissaries of light. And call upon our star family. Please place a pyramid of light above us to contain the healing energies and to form protection. And call upon the assistance of the angels. Please stand at the 4 quarters. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. I call upon Chamuel, angel of love and of the heart. Assist us to show more compassion. Assist us in having an appropriate activation for our heart center, our heart facilitator. Bring us the light codes that we need to upgrade our heart centers. Lady Nada, graceful and compassionate one. Give us whatever it is that we need. Each and every one of us, whatever spiritual healing, activation, assurance, messages, guidance, love, comfort. May it come through for us now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paying special attention to your breath, taking a few deep breaths in and out, controlled, slow. And let your light shine. Let it shine from your heart. May the light blast away any hurt, any hindrances, any damages, any unresolved emotions. We welcome healing now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Call upon the Divine Feminine. Call upon the Great Mother. Call upon the Ascended Masters. May the sounds of the rattle loosen and remove any energies which are not serving our highest good. We remove now, with the assistance of the Ascended Masters, in Lady Nada's name, so be it, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Then slowly bring your awareness back into the room, back into your body. Again, remembering to be coherent and present in this moment that we are in now. Let any thoughts come and go as they please, just focusing on this present moment. Think about your contact with the ground, with your seat, whatever seat you're sitting upon. Just any contact with the ground or a chair. Focus upon that solid connection, that foundation. Okay, thank you for accepting this activation. So take a moment to integrate these energies into yourself. Really take some time for reflection afterwards whenever you've got the time. Take some reflection with some meditation, or even when you're sleeping, see what ideas come through, or what dreams or ideas, what any guidance whatsoever comes from Spirit or from Lady Nada or from any other Ascended Master. See what comes through. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for watching to the end of this video, and I will see you again soon. Sending brightest blessings.